that train, spilled her blood at the crossroads. When the bells didn't ring, now lay me down by that crossing sign. We'll talk about tonight when the same train took the life of that old beggar boy and the bootlegger's wife. My love was married to him, that bootlegging man. He loved whiskey and he loved her. She was bound to leave him, Lord, she was for Birmingham. We were lovers and the town knew it well. We thought no one would tell. The night she was leaving, he heard about me. She died because they told him. He silenced the bells. Now lay me down by that crossing sign. We'll talk about tonight when the same train took the life of that old beggar boy and the bootlegger's wife. I hear them bells at the crossroads, where the beggar boy's buried in the valley, where the same train took the love of that old beggar boy and the bootlegger's wife. Now lay me down by that crossing sign. We'll talk about tonight when the same train took the life of that old beggar boy, the bootlegger's wife.
Hey everyone, how you doing? Hey, I see Duffy there. You made it. I know you were asking me about live streams, man, and I was going to tell you when we were going to have one, but I'm glad you're just here. See, it's just worked out. Marcel rules. Thanks, Jim. Heyo. Yeah, see, look, gang's all here, man. Everyone, we're just getting going today. It's kind of a lazy morning, but I thought we'd get on here and do some transcribing. I got a couple plans. For y'all. Love the channel. Thanks, man. So, I'll tell you what's going on today, because we got a couple people here. Basically, I got a request for a transcription, a Molly Tuttle transcription, and from a cool dude named Mike. Mike sponsored this. I was just gonna do this transcription for Mike, send it over like we normally do orders at the through the website, the tab store. But I thought this one would make a good video because I've just been thinking about learning this one. This is actually a fiddle tune that I don't know, so you guys get to watch me like totally flounder. Hey, glad you feel like you're getting better, Jim. That's what I like to hear. Man, practice. I have not been practicing that much, man. It's kind of a busy time because it is the 5-year anniversary of Lessons with Marcel. I've been doing this for 5 years now, actually, in some form or another. It wasn't always YouTube, but yeah, a lot of stuff is going on. We just put out a bunch of tabs through the website, and we did a new T-shirt. We did other stuff. It's been a busy week, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate the congrats. 6 hours a day. I guess I'm teaching over 6 hours a day, so hopefully I play the guitar a little bit throughout that. uh, who else is out there, man? Who we got? Where are you tuning in from? Tell me where you are. Spoilers, I know someone out there is in the UK. Indiana? What's in Indiana, man? Nice, there we go. See? There's our UK buddies. Back home again in Indiana. Smoky, Oakland, California. Yeah, that's rough out there, man. Wisconsin. Cornfields. That's good. You also have Gary, Indiana, which I hear is a scary place, despite the fun sounding song. Yeah, our me and my girlfriend, we used to live out in the Northwest for a long time, Oregon, Washington, and yeah, those people are real smoked out right now. Actually, my girlfriend's sort of the town that she grew up in had a fire sort of at the bottom of the hill, and crazy stuff, wild stuff. Oh man, I got news for you. No, Molly Tuttle did not shave her head. Molly Tuttle actually has alopecia. She wears a wig most of the time. She's done a lot of great stuff for a bunch of charities related to that. You're not going back to Gary, Indiana. Yeah, that sounds like a good choice, man. I've heard some funny stories about like families on road trips going through Gary, Indiana, and like singing the song, think it's gonna be a fun place to stop. And just it's not a good idea. uh, all right, good stuff, gang. Let's listen to this Molly Tuttle recording. Let's see how we feel about it. It's already got this pulled up. Yeah, man, that's true. Um, there's a couple music videos where she doesn't wear a wig too. I'm trying to remember, but it's really cool stuff. It's really powerful stuff. It is crazy that she went through that, and well, she's a great musician. All right, here we go. Here's the video. Like I said, I don't even know this fiddle tune. So not only are we gonna learn her version, but we're just gonna learn the tune together. Anyone know what key it's in? Keeping the Cats Happy. Mark Simos, I believe, is the name of the guy that composed this tune. I think he's a Berkeley guy, Berkeley teacher. Anyone know what key we're in? Tell me, man. Got my work cut out for me. Yeah, that's right. And now we gotta go up the neck too. D, yes, it's D. It looks like my YouTube chat froze over here. Oh, it's catching up. There we go. Yeah, D is the key for sure. Well done, guys. Guys and gals, I assume. I know some of you probably have your guitars out and you're already figuring stuff out. But yeah, everyone just picked up their guitar, played it to you. That's right. But you should listen for some of these details too. Um, for instance, the the very first thing that I hear is like I know the very first two notes are a hammer on. They sound like a hammer on. It sounds like a strong pick stroke, and then the weaker sound of just like a finger pad coming down on a string. And it sounds like it's part of the chord. So I wonder which string she's playing a hammer on. You hear that? Just the very first two notes. I hear things fall down. I hear a slide. That tells me a lot about how the line is constructed. It's not the most information in the world, but it's enough for me to get started. Yeah, hi, that's right. You guys are good, man. See, why do you even need me? Over here, writing out the tab? You guys got it. I know why you need me. It's the rhythms. So there's kind of a syncopated thing here. There's kind of a fiddle player trick where you, instead of starting at beat 1, you start right beforehand, and then beat 1 ends up being a rest, and it has this really cool syncopated feel that you hear a lot. It sounds like she goes down and she goes back up, and then this open B string is kind of confusing me. There's a slide here. This is too much. Playing too much, not checking enough. Anyone got opinions so far? We're at least getting close to the answers. It sounds like this. This little move right here, where you're holding down the D chord and you hammer on to 4th fret. That happens in the Lust with Marcel theme song. Transcribing is like a superpower. It's not that super, man. I was trying to explain what I was hearing, what I was listening for. This is, pardon my French, maybe a little bit of BS here. It sounds like she might hit a couple strings, but it's nothing super specific. This is that same rhythmic thing that I'm talking about, where nothing actually happens at beat 1 in this measure. It's actually just like tied over. So this in parentheses note just continues ringing. It's interesting stuff. been waiting my whole life for this. Big old G chord strum. Insight into my mind. No, this is insight into Molly Tuttle's mind. That's the whole thing. Also, Seneca Creek Bluegrass. We just did a very Seneca themed Molly Tuttle tab release this morning. Anyone wants to tab for her version of Seneca Square Dance? That's at lessonswithmarcel.com. Today, along with Molly Tuttle's version of Gentle on My Mind, I believe. Some other Billy String stuff. Bunch of stuff dropped this morning because, like I said earlier, it is the 5-year reunion. We've been doing this for 5 years. What am I drinking? Man, see, you want to know the really interesting stuff. You know, a little of this, a little of that. What you got? No, it's just water, man. It's just water. You know, it's the same. You know how people always say, like, you can't play it if you can't sing it? It's the same with the transcription. I really want to know how that melody goes. So after what I have written here, the next part of it sounds like... It has that kind of sound to it. Right. So there's my next little portion that I'm going to write down. And if I can, I want to relate it back to the chord. So I know that she just switched to an A chord. She just hit this root note, and it sounds like the chord changes. And it sounds like it starts on the root. So maybe something like that. Oh, hey, what's up, Travis? Travie J? You remember I told you that story? Your last name isn't J, so it doesn't work, but, you know, Travie J is a great nickname. So, if my calculations are correct, we're really close to the melody repeating. Yeah, there was it. So she hit some other thing in there, but maybe let's write it cleanly just so we don't have to deal with that. Molly Tuttle is really good. She's incredible. She's the best. The thing is we have to start figuring out how to play it. Oh no, I made a mistake. And live. That's okay. I wonder if when everyone plays this, if they do this syncopated thing in the beginning. They probably do. That's on me for not being familiar with the tune. She does play it really fast, and there actually is some things in this that that I kind of struggle with when I'm playing quickly, that I'm not like great at. Maybe we'll talk about them in a second, so you guys can see. I feel like I want to... I want to acknowledge that there's some weird little strum that happens here. Even if it's not super apparent or anything, we should put something there. This kind of phrasing sometimes is really difficult to get out at a quick pace. Part of me wants to see if I got this open B string correct, but it's at the very beginning and it's just a black string. It sounds like an open B string to me. Oh, it doesn't look like she is actually. Okay, yeah. I don't think she is, which I think makes it easier to play faster because everything, we got a lot of 2/4, 2/4. Exciting developments. Hey, what's up, Justin? Justin, do me a favor and let me know how the stream looks. Make sure everything looks great for me. Justin's over there like, I hate you. Okay. Okay. So, more or less, all of this is the same. And then she does a quick little drone right here. And then there's some little 8th note pickup. I don't know what it is exactly. Bro, it looks perfect. Thanks, Justin. Justin, I can always count on you to let me know how things look. Also, why has no one told me that I have the wrong key signature? Huh? None of you care? None of you thought, hey, let's yell at Marcel for having the wrong key signature here? There we go. Oh man, there's so many old videos that have the wrong key signature in the tab. That is brutal, man. That pains me inside when I see that. Just knowing that I continuously get key signatures wrong because I'm not thinking about it. Okay. Steve, you wrote a great comment on that fiddle tune video. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like, "All right, boys, Yancat in G, keep it peppy." That's great. No, man, this is a fiddle tune. It's not one that Molly Tuttle wrote. It's actually by a guy named Mark Simos. I think is how you say his last name. He's a Berkeley professor, if I remember correctly, or at least he was at some point. I don't know. I didn't go to Berkeley, you know. I wonder if this note is actually played. I think it is. This is a lot we've already done. This is the magic of copy and paste, you know? Maybe we should get some of this in here. Keeping the cats happy. As performed by Molly Tuttle. Oh, let's get a little written by in there. Yeah, no capo to speak of. We'll deal with this pickup measure later. I don't want to bother with that now. We're doing the pick strokes as we go. No chord markings because we're lazy. Good stuff. Sounds like she accidentally hit some open strings right here. I say accidentally, but what I really mean is just not important. You know, it's detail that we might include, but it's not important to our arrangement. Oh man, this has been like a very productive start, but I think it might be time for a small break. Tell me what you all are doing. Where are you all tuning in from? Are you watching from work? Are you avoiding work to hang out with me? Let me know now. Because let me tell you, I am avoiding work. Scott's watching from work. See, that's the move, man. I used to do that when I worked in an office. You wait till nobody's looking, and that's when you watch the YouTube videos. I suppose I still work in an office. It's just my office. It's the office in my house. Oh man, yeah, you're already off. Steve's procrastinating. That's good, man. You're procrastinating like a boss. Just don't let your boss see this. Yeah, that's right. Until you have to share your screen, you're cool. You're good. Hey man, how's Brazil doing? That's great. I love that you're all at work. Working remotely while watching from Apex. Hey, what's up, man? Come over. Come knock on my door. Yeah, everyone's working remotely around here, man. The whole research triangle shut down. My girlfriend's working from home too. I don't know. Maybe they're opening up some buildings. Outside Charlotte. Yeah, I mean, you can come over too, man, but you know, it'll take you a little bit of time to get here. We'll be done by the time you get here, you know. Yeah, just down the road. Justin, you're in the car on the way back from India. I hope you're not driving, Justin. I think that's illegal. IBM is still closed? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those big campuses are closed. I wonder if they're going to keep all of them. I'm sure some companies are going to sell some buildings and stuff. It's just not worth it. Just came in from a round of golf. I don't want to impress you with my golf abilities, but I did some mini golfing the other weekend. We were at the beach. Let me tell you, mini golfing is a hell of a socially distanced activity. And also I get to, you know, flex my incredible putting skills. Have I ever gone over to England? I've not. There was a plan a while back for something like that to happen. But it didn't happen. We were planning on doing like a little UK tour, and there was a fellow who was arranging it, and it just fell through or something. I don't even remember that again. Maybe I can put together a little band, teach some workshops, do the whole thing. Oh. Sounds like my mic is doing things. Is my mic better now? Tell me how I sound. Do I sound like a robot anymore? Oh man, I hope the robot sound is gone. Still not working. Let me check in on it. Test, test, test. Oh yeah. Don't tell me. Test. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sometimes it happens with my mic setup. But I just got a new condenser. That might be the problem too. All right, everyone. Technical delays. Or maybe not. Or maybe we're back. That sounds good to me. Oh man, everyone's gonna ditch. They're like, technical difficulties. Everyone's just gonna leave the stream. Funny. All right. Sweet. Thanks, everyone. I'm glad we did this together. If it happens again, you just yell at me and I'll fix it. Like all good things in life. I'm gonna give myself a couple applause emojis. That's what we need in this world. All right. Let's figure out how this B part works. Oh, you've been listening to Choro. I have this student in Nashville that is really into different Latin music styles, and we've been talking about the connection between those two. What did I do to fix it? I just restarted my my audio engine. See, now I'm gonna seem like an idiot. My audio interface. I restarted it, and I restarted my internal software mixer. It's all very standard stuff, man. I don't know what did it though. I don't think it has anything to do with my new microphone. I think maybe the audio box just got overwhelmed. It needs to be restarted. You watch this 100 times. Man, we're watching it 100 times right now, but we try to transcribe the thing. We got through the A part. We feel okay about it. It was just a first pass, But we're starting this B part, and I'm just trying to understand it. Yeah, she's kind of ghosting this the whole time. That looks okay to me. Oh, there's a problem. Rhythm problems. Signs of life were detected on Venus. This seems like the setup for a bad joke. I feel like I'm about to get bad joked. Otherwise, neat. But I feel like this is the setup for a bad joke. Let's do this with a tie. Yeah. We might have to finally slow something down. We got this whole time without slowing anything down. Let's slow this down real quick. Ba, 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 ba. Man, anyone else out there? Where'd y'all go? Are you just watching patiently while I transcribe? I like that. I think my comments just slow down again. Hey Germany, how you doing? Microbes in the atmosphere. Tell me more about this. Tell me about your cup of tea. You know, get in there. Tell me about the alien life. I'm ready. Also, I'm gonna keep transcribing this Molly Tuttle. This next line is kind of an interesting interval line. Do, 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 do. Does that mean we're gonna go to Venus, man? I mean, we gotta go to Mars first. Oh, yes. Rich, tell me about the golf. Take me through it. How'd you do, man? One day I hope to explore the cosmos. I hope to walk the astral plane like Tony Rice. Um, playing guitar in other dimensions and whatnot. One day I'll be there. Uh oh. All right, here we go. Hopefully, this is more exciting than my mini golf story. Although the mini golf was incredible, let me tell you. Okay, here we go. Hit a green from 220 yards and then missed a 5-foot putt. That's enough about my golf. That sounds about right, man. See, you should have called me in because I'm kind of the mini golf master. Putt putt. Oh man, you should see me out there. We went to what was it called? I think it was Lost Treasure Golf. Man, that is a place. We wanted to go to Jurassic Golf, but it sounds cool. It sounds like dinosaurs, but it just wasn't as good. But what was the theme of your golf course? Did you have a Jurassic, maybe a pirate theme, perhaps a windmill? Where in the U.S. do I live? Wouldn't you like to know? I live in North Carolina, man. I talk about it in a bunch of videos. I live in Raleigh, where they have IBMA, where they have the big bluegrass convention, award show, and everything. Obviously not this year, but most years. Where do you live, man? We got people from all over tuning in right now. It's just my golf game that's crazy. So I had a friend who, since we're going off on this tangent, I had a friend who was at a golf course, and he wasn't in a golf cart. I think he was on like a little scooter that was an option instead of a golf cart. Like you could get a little scooter, and so he was taking that around the golf course, and when he was going to get back on the trail, he tried to take like a little shortcut, and so my friend, being an idiot, he tries to gun this thing sort of up a hill. He ends up losing control, and he slams down into a ditch, and messed up his shoulder. Had to go and get checked out and everything, and so he goes back to the golf course. And he sees someone riding the scooter that he wrecked on. And there's only a couple at the golf course. They only have 2 or 3 of them. And the guy's complaining about it. And he's like, yeah, it doesn't go straight and it's a little wobbly. And my buddy's like, yeah, I have no idea why that is. And he just ruined that scooter. Hey, man, how you doing? I'm glad you're tuning in from Germany. Like I said, we got people everywhere. Glad you like the channel. I hope you're getting something out of this. We're just hanging out, transcribing some Molly Tuttle right now. Speaking of that, let's get back into it. Let's have the golf story. I have this phrase so wrong. What a dumb mistake. No one saw that. You got Dustin a Baggy at 98%. Cocaine Blues at 99.9. That's great, man. The speed is really tough, and you're exactly right. It's that last couple percent that are really really difficult, and there's no shame in my game. There's definitely a couple of those videos that I've done where I play the tab through a couple times and I realize, hey, I can play this at 90%, 95%. I can play it at whatever percentage of the speed. And is it worth me spending, a week or 2 weeks waiting to release the video so I can work up to speed and play this exactly like Billy Strings or Tony Rice or whatever at the original tempo? Most of the time the answer is no. Most of the time it's not. It's sadly just not worth my time. I'd rather just get the video out so people can start learning and play it a hair slower. I'm glad you like that the Bluegrass Jam starter video too. That video did a lot better than I expected. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people that tune in and watch my videos feel like they're looking for music theory nerd stuff. So I'm happy to see that those videos perform well too. That encourages me to make more of those because that's subject matter I want to talk about too. All right. Yeah, it's really easy to get wrapped up in just making a bunch of complicated videos about stuff that like 3 people in the world are really going to enjoy, rather than just making a bunch of enjoyable content out there. All right. She hit that strum. So now I'm listening through this B part again to see if she's gonna play it exactly the same. But it sounded like she went up the octave, or maybe she went up the octave for the next A part. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there. I'm glad you guys like this. Have I ever transcribed a full album? I don't think there is a full one that I've necessarily done. There are a couple things that have come really close. Here. Let's see if we can talk about it real quick. I actually have a list of the Tony Rice discography, and I have a bunch of the songs marked, sort of how much I've done of each one. Because I would like to complete one of these one day. And let me tell you what the most complete one is. It looks like Tony Rice's Manzanita record. I think that's the one that I've done the very most transcription of. So the Old Train, Manzanita, Nightbound Hammer, Blue Railroad Train, Ginseng Sullivan, Home from the Forest. I've done all of those. More than half the ones from Manzanita. So one day we got to go back and finish that. Finish up all those other ones. I'm sure that I've done most of Church Street Blues too. Church Street Blues, Cattle and Cane, Streets of London, Any Old Time, Orphan Annie. There's just a couple tunes there to finish up. Sometime we'll get to that. One day. Actually, I do put in the pick stroke symbols myself, Rich. I just saw you ask that question. And there's a really, if anyone else uses Guitar Pro, there is a way to do that, and it's not very intuitive. Yeah, I'm glad you've seen a lot of my Tony Rice transcriptions. Those are kind of what this channel got started on. I did a lot of other instructional stuff that did pretty well, but as soon as I did a Tony Rice video, it seems like when things got really popular. I really only listen to a lot of country and bluegrass. The other thing that I listen to is a lot of R&B and soul music. Listen to a lot of like 60s funk. There's my dad. Yeah. My dad did raise me on a lot of Zeppelin. The other thing that I listen to, speaking of my parents, hi mom and dad, is a lot of Jim Croce, a lot of James Taylor. E Minum. Who's E Minum? No, I don't listen to Eminem. You created a monster, but nobody wants to see Marshall no more. I mean, I don't listen to Eminem, but I grew up through Eminem, so I had friends that listened to Eminem. Okay, how are we doing? Stop. I wonder if I can answer this pick stroke question. This might be kind of a crazy thing to do. I don't know if you guys can really see. Yeah. All right, so when you type in pick strokes in Guitar Pro, there isn't a super intuitive way to do it. So if I have a bunch of zeros typed in here and I want to add in the pick strokes, the shortcut is Shift down, and then I have to let go of everything and hit right, and then hit Shift up. So if you sort of position your hands right, you can type pick strokes quickly, like that. And every single time that I go through, even deleting them now, whoops, I'm hitting Shift down, right, Shift up, right, Shift down, right, Shift up, right. It's almost like a sticking pattern for a drummer. But that's how I write my pick strokes, and that's how I write them quickly, because it's not super intuitive in Guitar Pro. Man, we managed to do that and not break the green screen setup. All right. So let's get back into this. I want to hear that B part again and see if she plays it the same way. Oh, let's stop listening to things so slow. Cool, so I heard everything up to, I think this point was exactly the same, so let's drop that in. That's good. See, that saves us work. We like when that happens. Slowing it down to 75% speed right now. Just to check some stuff. Okay, yeah. This is a really common drone move. A lot of you that play bluegrass have heard that before, over E minor chords, C chords, that kind of stuff. You know, I always get a lot of crap for this too, so let's fix this. I'm gonna do a tiny boy, as they say. No one says that, I say that. Because that's also kind of what happens here. Right, and then we get one of those too. I always forget which one's on the beat and which one's off the beat. think that's right. All right. What else we got going on here? Um, 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 um. Yeah, Molly is doing a really progressive thing. She's doing a fusion crossover kind of style, um, and I don't know. I think it's a good move. In general, I mean, there's a lot of bluegrass artists, actually a lot of female bluegrass artists specifically for whatever reason. I don't know why that is, that do really well with crossover. And Billy Strings, I guess, is a great counterexample. He's brought in a lot of jam band, rock and roll, other people into bluegrass, and that is so great. That's exactly what we want. In fact, you wouldn't have me if stuff like that wasn't going on, um, because I'm part of the like group of kids that got into bluegrass because we were listening to Old Crow Medicine Show and that kind of stuff. Old Brother Wartha was not what got me into it, but I'm not one of those that was born and bred in the music, and my parents didn't play this music. None of that was my situation. It was something that I found after I moved out. Anyway, um, what's going on? What are you guys asking me about? Maybe Marcel can help us out. What did I miss? Wait, let's go to the chat logs. Ready for the times to get better? I think I got Doc's transcription of that. I don't think I have Billy's version of that. I have the way that Doc plays it, but it's probably similar. Yeah, I agree. I hope that Molly continues to showcase her guitar playing. That's the right move. Well, I mean, selfishly, that's the right move. I want to keep hearing her play guitar because because it's so exciting and cool. But yeah, there is some worry that she's gonna go fully pop or something. Songs aren't gonna have the guitar breaks in it or whatever. But I appreciate that. I think that's pretty cool that she's thinking, hey, does the song need a guitar break? Does this serve the song to have a guitar break? Hats off to her for that. Whatever she does, I mean, she's a great artist, so she's gonna make quality music. Yeah, man, give up on that white Freightliner. I'm just kidding. I could never quite get it up to speed. Cross picking at that speed is something that I never spent enough time on. I can get close, but as fast as she does it, nah. Billy does a similar thing with the cross picking. He's a really fast cross picker, and he's obviously spent a bunch of time on that. Maybe it's because I'm more from the Tony Rice school of thought that really consistent cross picking patterns, like down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, over and over again. It's not something Tony Rice really ever does. He tends to do kind of broken patterns if he does it at all. So it's something I spent less time on, I guess. Drop my pick. Triplet. Actually does kind of sound like a true triplet too. A lot of times these bluegrass players aren't playing true triplets. All right. That sounded like that. Actually, this is the first moment that we've really heard Molly break off and do a little bit of improvising. Let me grab my blue chip. For the majority of this, she's been sticking pretty close to the melody, and you can hear this in. There's another recording of her playing this with Tristan, and when her and Tristan play together, they're both just playing the melody together, and it's basically the same arrangement that she plays. But through all of this, it's really straight, except for right here. This feels fugitive to me, and that's normally the word that, like when I'm giving lessons, that I use to describe when people drift from the melody and start playing new things. It's a fugitive passage, and this is one of the first examples of that. And she immediately comes straight back. And I wonder if this is a variation, maybe that the author played or something. Who knows? I certainly don't, because, like I said, I don't know the tune very well. So if someone out there knows more, let me know. All right. Sounds like we got some of that open D string in this one. My cat is attacking my legs. You gotta keep the cats happy, man. That's what it's about. We should probably get Sushi Cat in here, man. This would be the video. I want to see what happens after this part. All right, so we got a 3-part tune. I'm not crazy to think that. Da, da, da. 10. Oh, syncopation. I did not catch that. Listen better. What chord shape are we setting up to? Oh, we're going to G. Sounded like it was a little D shape going to the G shape. P knows what's up. Big slide. Yeah. Also, why did I write 11? I wanted one lower and I wrote one higher. What am I thinking? Alright, let's slow this down real quick. That's okay with me. In all of the Molly Tuttle transcriptions that I've done, there's these little moments where she's kind of strumming, kind of picking, and it's somewhere like right in between, and it's so difficult to pick those things apart if you want to do an accurate transcription. Yeah, you can still hear her excellent performance coming through even when it's slowed down for sure. All right, that's actually that, I think. I probably should have, listened to the song, guys. Maybe it would be helpful if it was a fiddle tune that I at least knew. I think it's just that. It's all right. You all know that I go back over these and I test them to see how good they are. Oh, whoa. I missed a lot of messages. All right, what's going on here? Hammering on the C sharp. Wait, let me check that. Oh, you're thinking about this moment right here? When you grow up, you want to be as clever as Marcel. Oh, man. Well, you can start by not growing up, man. Wear your hat backwards. Are you using an open string, Molly? Smart. This is such a cool move. This is called floating right here. If you've never seen this. I'm English. I wouldn't be seen dead with my hat backwards. Oh no. Well, there's your first problem, man. Move to America. Okay. And check this out. So she's using an open string in the middle of this up the neck passage. Generally, we think of that as floating. So there's a couple other places where she could have played the note. For instance, right here would have made the line very linear and all in the same sort of box. But using the open string means that she's sticking to her E string and B string, which is really, really clever. It's a smart move. But she can only do that because she knows that the open E string is the same as the ninth fret on the G string. She has that ingrained in her mind. I'll show you a good example of that. So we all know, well, maybe we don't all know, but you've probably heard this Tony Rice tag right here. So what's in the highlight right there sounds like this. Right? Kind of a famous tag lick. If you take all of the fretted notes and you put them up the neck, you can turn it into a floating lick. So now these are all the same notes, but they're all being fretted up the neck and all the open strings are left where they were. Molly's doing like the smallest little example of that. She's only doing it with one note, but it makes her line work out better. At least that's what I think I hear. All right. At the beginning of the boxer. Maybe so. I can't pull that to mind immediately, but it is the same as April Come She Will. However that part is actually played. I think there it is. Right? So in April Come She Will, it's actually the same note. This open E string could be replaced with that. So maybe Paul Simon is just, into that. Maybe he's into that floating sound. But there's a counterexample, same artist. I guess not counterexample. There's a supporting example, same artist. I did not know that Dragon Force plays a bluegrass tune live sometime. What tune does Dragon Force play? I did this. Hell yeah. Hey Ryan, just send it to me. Just send it over, man. Send it to help@lessonswithmarcel.com because I need help. I'll open up the email and I'll just just copy it back and forth. And we won't tell everyone else. They won't know. Just me and you. Oh man. Okay, okay, okay. What? Oh, nice. You're like 10 seconds in. Okay, well, no spoilers. No cheating, man. Let's see. Ryan, you're right. You totally did suggest that. I totally forgot about that. Um, this has actually been a super requested tune, just for anyone who's never seen it before. But this video has been popping off. It's almost at 1 million views, so I get why everyone's requesting it. But there's been a couple orders placed for it, and I just didn't get around to it till now. See, Ryan, you were just waiting around for me to finally do the thing so you can just reap the benefits. I got you. Uh, yeah, I hear you, man. Okay. What was that chord she just strummed? Yeah. Literally, no shame. Yeah, man, that's all right. That's what I'd be doing. How are we doing on time? I do have lessons to teach today, guys. Um, we got a little more time. We can hang out a little bit longer. This may be the first time that I don't actually get all the way through something on stream. It's just fine. Huh. This is what I was talking about a second ago too, where there's a lot of these like little strums, and then there's a louder note, and the tab doesn't do a great job of showing emphasis. Where like this is almost imperceptible, almost inaudible, but then this note is super loud and clear. What's going on here? It's because we distract you too much. No, you guys are distracted. You guys are good. You guys are what make it fun. But you're totally right. Yeah, her notes definitely can't bleed together, and that can make it really tough. Sounded like all of this was the same to me a second ago when I listened to it. Then she does an arpeggio right here instead of this. Right there. Eighth notes. Whoops. Then the same pattern again, but that top note changes. It's the same idea as this. Right, she's just presenting it in a different way. I think she continues the arpeggio too. Do I own any cutaways? Yeah, I do. Actually, the first Martin that I ever got was a gift from my parents, and it is a cutaway. It's one of the Mexico Martins, you know, DCX, whatever, and I still have that. The back is separating from the sides. So is the top, actually. I think it's the top that's separating from the sides. But that one was a cutaway. And later on, I got a DC Aura, not the DC Aura GT, a DC Aura Custom. It's kind of a rare guitar. Right now, it's in a weird alternate tuning. It's in the back over there. So I'm playing a D35 that belongs to a friend. Actually, a friend's grandfather. Yeah, man. We can do this when you get off the waiting list. Do I have a preference? I really like the sound of the D35. And I think it might be because of my hearing loss, which I mentioned before on this channel, but I wear hearing aids. I have a genetic condition. My father has it too. And the D35 tends to be sort of more of a bassy guitar. A lot of people associate it with singer-songwriters because it cuts less and it's just more full-bodied. And I think that it just sounds more balanced to my ear. Although I also, listened to Jim Croce a lot in my childhood, and all of Maury's lead guitar parts are D35 for the most part, so that might be it too. Who knows? All right, how we doing? Okay, a lot of this was the same. Get ready for copy and paste. That much was the same. Nice. I actually hear lower frequencies worse. That's the idea, that it's compensation. So since this guy is a little bit bassier, maybe I like the sound of it more because it compensates for the loss. Um, yeah, it's an interesting thing. Generally, as you get older, you lose high frequencies. So as I get older, I'll lose I'll lose more and more on either side until I'm just a mid-range monster. Um, but yeah, on the preference for cutaway or dreadnought, um, I don't know. There's certainly times when I'm playing one and I wish I was playing the other. Um, the cutaway does have really great access, and if you're going to be playing stuff that's higher up, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to get up there and take advantage of that. Um, but if you're playing, I don't know, if you're playing something you just want to sound full bodied, like classic bluegrass, having a classic D-size guitar with no cutaway is always going to sound more authentic. Some people value that, some people don't. I don't think either is right or wrong, but it's just a different sound you might want. Yeah, man. Generally, when I'm playing live, I play the cutaway, just because it's more options, and it's probably going to be plugged in anyway, and run through a preamp and that whole thing. Just because acoustic guitars and microphones, it's a feedback situation waiting to happen in most venues with most sound guys. It's just how it is. Sometimes it's not. If I can play into a microphone, I'll play into a microphone, but you're not always that lucky. Was this the beginning of the C part? I think it was. Something like that. Maybe that's not right. Am I losing my brain? 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of a crooked B part or something, maybe. Hey Marcel, I have a question. Are you going to make a tutorial on turmoil and tinfoil from Billy Strings? I might. Other people have asked that before too. A lot of times I make videos just on whatever's kind of just trending and suggestions. Sometimes there's a bunch of people all asking for the same songs. Sometimes there's not. So I reach for whatever makes sense. And then I also check to see if other people have done, good versions, or if there's an official version that's reliable. So sometimes you'll see. Sometimes I avoid doing videos on particular songs just because someone else has already done a great video, and I don't just want to be the second guy to do a good video. But I don't know about that one. I have to do some research. I can't remember seeing a great tutorial from someone else. Maybe there is one, maybe there isn't. All right, guys. Here's where I'm at. Well, let's look through this thing real quick. Let's see how far we got. Because we did good. We did get far. We did a bunch of this thing. We got our A part, a couple A parts over here. We got a couple B parts. The C part, I'm a little bit confused about the structure of it. Maybe it's like a 12 bar thing or something. I don't know. Something's going on. Maybe there's just an extra measure here or something. Somehow this connects back in just a couple seconds. In fact, let's listen to that real quick. How is this going to connect back? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, so it's about to connect back up. We're super close. We're super close to the end of this thing. Unfortunately, it may be time for me to make my exit. The 947 Church Street Blues lesson. I could be that guy if I wanted to be. Probably not going to be though. I'll stick to my poor Church Street Blues rendition. Actually, I think my tab of Church Street Blues is real good. The one that's on the website, real close compared to a lot of things that are out there. But it's tough, you know. What else we got? Good times, thanks. Yeah. Trying to get better at hearing the notes. Yeah, man, that is a really difficult thing. But the skill that you're looking for, and the skill that you're talking about, is pitch recognition, being able to recreate pitches. And a really good way to start practicing that is by using your voice. So if you listen to a little snippet, can you sing that snippet back? Because you're going to have a much easier time finding it on your guitar if you can actually just find the notes with your voice. Finding the notes with your voice is sort of proof that you have a musical memory. Like, I can listen to it and sing it, so I can remember what the notes are, and then I can look for them on my guitar, and the notes aren't going to change while they're hanging out in my mind. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Remember, it is the 5-year reunion of Lessons with Marcel. Actually, on the 17th specifically is when I started the YouTube channel 5 years ago. There's a bunch of new tabs. There's a new shirt that's out. There's an article that my girlfriend wrote that's kind of a memory lane nostalgia thing. Definitely check those things out. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching me transcribe this Molly Tuttle video. Maybe I'll see you next week in a YouTube video. We'll see. At the very least, you'll see the stream highlights for this video, and you'll see, well, this stream will just stay up. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a great day.
Tumbling down from the mountains cold, we ring them bells at the crossroads. Through the valley below, my love was running from town. And that midnight train spilled her blood at the crossroads. Bells didn't ring. Now lay me down by that crossing sign. We'll talk about tonight when the same train took the life of that old beggar boy and the bootlegger's wife. Man, he loved whiskey and he loved her. She was bound to leave him, Lord, she was for Birmingham. We were lovers and the town knew it well. We thought no one would tell. The night she was leaving, he heard about me. She died because they told him. He silenced the bells. Now lay me down by that crossing sign. We'll talk about tonight when the same train took the life of that old beggar boy and the bootlegger's wife. that old beggar boy, and the bootleggers.